मुझे इस बुक का एक पैराग्राफ थोड़ा टेम्पटिंग लग रहा था, द डोपामाइन ड्राइवन फीडबैक लूप। तो वो मैं सुनाती हूँ. Scientists can track the precise moment a craving occurs by measuring a neurotransmitter called dopamine. The importance of dopamine became apparent in 1954 when the neuroscientists James Old and Peter Milner ran an experiment that revealed the neurological processes behind craving and desire. By implanting electrodes in the brains of rats, the researchers blocked the release of dopamine. To the surprise of scientists, the rats lost all will to live. They wouldn't eat, they wouldn't have sex, they didn't crave anything. Within a few days, the animals died of thirst. In follow up studies, other scientists also inhibited the dopamine releasing parts of the brain, but this time they squirted little droplets of sugar into the mouths of dopamine depleted rats. Their little rat faces lit up with pleasurable grains from the tasty substance. Even though dopamine was blocked, they liked the sugar just as much as before. They didn't just want it anymore. The ability to experience pleasure remained, but without dopamine, desire died, and without desire, action stopped. When other researchers reversed this process and flooded the reward system of the brain with dopamine, animals performed habits at breakneck speed. In one study, mice received a powerful hit of dopamine each time they poked their nose in a box. Within minutes, the mice developed a craving so strong they began poking their nose into the box 800 times per hour. Humans are not so different. The average slot machine player will spin the wheel 600 times per hour. Habits are dopamine driven feedback loop. Every behavior that is highly habit forming, taking drugs, eating junk food, playing video games, browsing social media, is associated with higher levels of dopamine. The same can be said for our most basic habitual behaviors like eating food, drinking water, having sex, and interacting socially. For years, scientists assumed dopamine was all about pleasure, but now we know that it plays a central role in many neurological processes, including motivation, learning, and memory, punishment and aversion, and voluntary movement. When it comes to habit, the key takeaway is this: dopamine is released not only when you experience pleasure but also when you anticipate it. Gambling addicts have a dopamine spike right before they place a bet, not after they win. Cocaine addicts get a surge of dopamine when they see the powder, not after they take it. Whenever you predicted the opportunity will be rewarding, your levels of dopamine spike in anticipation. And whenever dopamine rises, so does your motivation to act. It is the anticipation of the reward, not the anticipation, not the fulfillment of it, that gives you to take the action. Interestingly, the reward system that is activated in the brain when you receive a reward is the same system that is activated when you anticipate a reward. This is one reason that anticipation of an experience can often feel better than an attachment of it. As a child, thinking about Christmas morning can be better than opening the gifts. As an adult,